David Pino. He's 1 for 1 on field goals, but missed an extra point. Missed that one.
Missed both of them to the right side. Well, Joe Paterno and Bobby Bowden can sympathize with Mac Brown. They saw that all night long last night, but another miss by David Pino, and the Trojans continue to lead.
And the Trojans back to the attack here. Throw that ball quickly outside. They found some success with that play. And Dwayne Jarrett, of course, comes out quickly, and he's a big guy, and if you don't do your work on him, he'll get loose.
Well, and what they did that time, Keith, they didn't have any help out there, so there was not an extra defensive back to come up and tackle Jarrett until he got a number of yards there. So SC making the adjustment on that quick hit to the outside.
It'll be 2nd down and 2 as the play picked up 8 yards. And this is the final quarter, folks. 24-23 after the field goal miss from 31 yards. Little pitch to McCoy, and he's got a little trouble over there. There's 2 Longhorns after him, and they get him. Michael Huff was the first one. Holly Rowe.
Guys, for some reason, the Texas defense continues to struggle with cramps. At least 7 guys have been treated here on the sideline. They've got ice bags running up and down their legs. They've also had IVs at halftime, at least 4 players. Their co-defensive coordinator, Dwayne Akina, said to his defense before they took the field, guys, I know you're tired. I know you're struggling through the cramps, but you have to find a way to get some energy. We can't get into a track meet.
Thank you. 3rd down coming up here. And Pete Carroll coming down the sideline, calling a timeout. I'm wrong, and he saw it and spent the timeout. They've got 1 remaining. Here we go. On 3rd down and long for Southern California. 3rd down and 6. 1-point ball game. Dodged the bullet a minute ago. Now let's see if they come together. Reggie Bush remains quiet. He goes to the top of the screen as a wide receiver. They've emptied the backfield of 5 wideouts. Matt Leinart, quick drop, quick pass. Pass is caught by Dwayne Jarrett. So Jarrett becomes the money man for Matt Leinart. And you can call it 1st down. Southern California at the 36.
Just jumps right inside of Aaron Ross there. Timing absolutely perfect between these 2 roommates, and the ball thrown low right to the body of Jarrett because Leinart knew that Ross was coming quickly.
Ross is pretty good, isn't he?
They're all good. I don't see a dog out there.
You're right.
And as a quarterback, I was always looking for dogs.
Dumped off to Dominique Bird. And Bird, who has stepped up here in the 2nd half, makes another catch. And that'll move the ball up to the 43, close to the 44.
And another great tackle by Michael Huff. He gets right to the shoulder pads, one-hands the big man down to the ground. That's why he won the Thorpe Trophy as the best defensive back in the nation.
2nd down and 3 coming up for the Trojans, and this is the kind of a down where Matt Leinart might go fishing, looking for something a little deeper. Lindale White is into the backfield.
Please reset the clock to 13-19. 1-3-1-9.
Clock running loose again, but they're going to back it up.
The one thing the Trojan offensive line has done tonight is they've shut out an All-American tackle, Roderick Wright. He has 0 tackles on the night. You got to give a lot of credit to big number 71, the Deuce, Taitusi Latuli.
Bush and White are both on the field. Bush is outside as a wideout to the top of your picture. And the ball goes to Lindale White. There's your 1st down. Oh, he has been like an 18-wheeler running downhill tonight. Here's Todd.
Well, Dan, you said it. Tatusi Latui, no one wants to celebrate more from him. Here he is, a transfer from Snow College, originally from Mesa, Arizona. Following last year's win at the Orange Bowl, he had no chance to celebrate as his wife was in labor in Utah with their first child. He showered, jumped on an alumni charter to L.A. After riding to LAX, he grabbed another flight to Salt Lake City, where he made it to the hospital just after his baby was born. Inoki Liuaki Melatu, which in Tongan means return a champion. He's got another baby on the way, but he told me better timing this year. She's not due till June.
Planned it better, did he? This is Bush bringing him out. They won't let him get around the corner. He's been trying all night, and they've been handling him all night. And we've got a Longhorn that's shaken up over here on the field. That would be number 39, Brian Robinson, a defensive end.
This would be a big loss for the Longhorns. They're already a little bit thin at defensive end. Tim Crowder hurt his knee in practice and has had trouble with cramps in the second half. The backup is Brian Arakpo. He plays both sides. So if Robinson can't play, they're going to have to really dig deep on that bench. The Longhorns have had the answer for Reggie Bush tonight on all these perimeter type of plays, but not the answer for Lendale White pounding in the middle.
He's holding his rib cage like he's tender in that lower rib cage area, maybe even in the hip area.
Number 39 right there takes a shot from Dominique Byrd, and I'm sure that was the injury, perhaps a bruised rib. We can hope that's the extent of it for Brian Robinson.
So it's 2nd down and 8 for the Trojans with the ball across on the Texas side of the field, and here goes White again, and he's pounding now. He's running behind Brandon Hancock, and the Trojan fullbacks are having a big night with the blocking business. Aerial coverage of tonight's game provided by Tostitos. Clock ticking along at 12:05.
And the word on Brian Robinson is that he'll be back. White is right at his season average at 6.6 yards a carry.
3rd and 2. Big guy still in there. He gets it. Lendale White inside the 30-yard line to the 26. Lendale White weighs 235 pounds. That's why I'm calling him a big guy, because he's a load.
And that's the sacrifice you make when you try to get more speed on the field, as Gene Chizik has done with this Texas defense. Power will beat speed. Look at the hole. Latui, Matua, Khalil right up the middle. And Lendale White is on the verge of going over 100 yards rushing.
He's done it.
Yeah, there he goes.
101. Reggie Bush is your deep back. He gets it. Goes to the outside with it. Oh, it's around the corner. Touchdown. I'm making sure that that's arms are up.
It took a while to get those arms up. I'm not sure these officials from the Big Ten have ever seen anybody fly through the air like Reggie Bush can. This ball was designed to go right up the middle. It wasn't there, but this was. Stayed in bounds, airborne, touchdown, Reggie Bush.
Wow.
My goodness. You did say wow, didn't you?
Yes, I did. When I introduced him, I saw him in the hall the other day, and I just walked by him and said, wow. He broke out in a big laugh.
I think they're going to take a look at this, but from what we saw in that last look, which was a great look right down the sideline.
I don't see how in the world you could really make a judgment on it. You got to. I don't think we got enough pictures to change it.
Yeah, I think the style points are worth 6 points anyway.
Now watch he goes over. Ball's inside. He's part of his body is outside, but it's airborne. The ball is inside the pylon.
It's a game of Quidditch to Reggie Bush. Where's his broom? I don't see any broom. He's got the snitch in the end zone. Touchdown for Reggie Bush. You can hold them down just so long, huh?
Yep. They now have, between the two of them, Lindale and Reggie, they have 99 touchdowns combined.
After review, the play stands as ruled on the field. Touchdown.
But now the Trojans, for the first time, build a little bit of cushion here. As mom and dad, Reggie's books. Mama's going to fly right out of here.
I bet she can. I know he can. So determined.
Danilo for the point. He hooked it a tad, but he got it in. So it's a 31-23 ball game, an 8-point lead for Southern California with 11:19 to play in the game. Well, the two big men in the limelight, Vince Young for Texas and Reggie Bush for USC, have put their thumbprints on this ball game, however it may end.
Lindale White's got a big old footprint on it, too.
You bet he does. 31-23 as the Trojans kick off, and Larkham pops it up. And they get a bounce. Nope. Horns come up and receive it. That's Henry Melton, that big old tailback, coming up and making the sliding catch. 1st and 10 for Texas. The ball is at the 31, and Vince Young throws the ball. It comes out. Was it a catch? If it came out and is ruled a fumble, it'll be Trojan ball.
Thrown to Jamal Charles over the middle. They finally
Incomplete.
get together and say incomplete pass.
Brian Cushing doing the job for the USC Trojans. Right there, number 10.
Boy, he got the hand on the ball. That was real close to being a reception and fumble.
It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Looked like he had it. The more pressing concern is how much time Young had to throw that ball. Now they're going to take another look.
Well, they got hurt. The officials didn't have a picture to work with because of some equipment problems on that knee thing down there that got the touchdown. And now they spot this well enough to say, let's have another look.
The problem is that when we show the replay, it's in slow motion sometimes. So you really can't tell how much time has passed from the catch and the ball coming loose. That looked like a completion to me.
Close. Ball was right against his chest. He had both hands on it.
Okay, let's check it out in real speed and see what this looks like. Bang, bang, huh? That didn't help any, did it?
I'm not getting paid to make the decision. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sometimes you just look at the reaction of the receiver in plays like that. They know when they have possession. I think Jamal Charles right now is just hoping. Just hoping. That's ruled incomplete. A couple of the all-time greats, Rodney Peete, Marcus Allen, Anthony Munoz, left to right. Ronnie Lott sticking his head in there too.
There are no celebrities on the sidelines unless you count these guys as celebrities, but they are allowed 5 members.
After
former
review,
members.
the play stands as ruled on the field. Incomplete pass.
Probably not enough to overturn it visually, but that won't stop us from taking another look, fueling the fire. Good reaction by Brian Cushing. One freshman on another.
2nd down and 10. Vince Young looking around. Throws to the sideline. Caught. And out of bounds about the 44. Billy Pittman. Billy Pittman's just a sophomore. All you folks in the Big 12, he'll be around to torment you some more.
And Quan Crosby, another wide receiver, is a freshman. Lima Swede, a sophomore. They're going to be very important, especially if Vince Young comes back next year, as he told me he would, and told many other people he would.
Yeah, but they lose Allen, Blaylock, and Scott along the offensive line, and they are good.
Ouch.
Ball completed down the middle, and it is a first down at the Southern California 35-yard line. Billy Pittman again making the catch, and he's hurt.
Again, Young with a lot of time to throw, and a wide receiver from Texas running free in the secondary. See where he might have twisted his ankle there in that tackle by Bing and Oscar Lua.
Hobbled off the field in a hurry so they could keep going without a huddle. Pitch it out on the option action, and they get almost a first down out of it.
What I like about this drive, Keith, is they're keeping the ball in the hands of number 10. Whether he's operating the option or throwing the ball behind this great offensive line.
Trying to answer. They're down by 8 points. Ball is handed off to Selvin Young. And Young will get the first down at the 20-21.
Get an idea of the competitiveness of the quarterback, Vince Young. He's going to get out in front here and not throw a block, but at least get in the way of Keith Rivers. That allows Selvin to get the corner, pick up the first down.
Big numbers for the infantry tonight. Deep pass to the end zone, overthrown. Lima Swede was running under it, and Josh Pinkard was defending.
Vince upset that Limas took that route to the inside where Josh Pinkard had safety help coming over. Vince wanted it to the outside. That would have been a similar type of play that beat Ohio State earlier this year. Lima Swede catching the jump ball in the corner of the end zone.
Second down and 10. Young takes off. Trojans handled him pretty well this time. He only got 5. Oscar Lua leading the tacklers. Third down and 5. Young's got it. He won't get it. Fumbled any further. Did he turn it over? Well, it looked like it rolled loose. Casey Studdard got on it and kept it for Texas. And now they're talking about field goal.
Number 90 is Frosty Rucker. He stripped that ball loose, but look who recovered. Casey Studdard. Heads up play. Boy, what a huge recovery for the Horns. In field goal range, maintaining possession.
It's a chip shot here, 34 yards. But I shouldn't say that. He missed. David Pino missed one a while ago from 31 yards.
Same hash mark too, wide right.
Yep. That's wide. It's inside. Right down the middle, I thought. Seemed to sail off at the end of the travel.
Good hold by Matt Norgren, Keith. Check this out.
31-26 is your score. USC by 5. Tonight's attendance 93,986, and they're all still here.
I think a few might have snuck in. Got to recount them. Man, what a crowd!
It's a bunch. Greg Johnson to kick it off. Not too deep. Taken by Bush. Boy, they handled him pretty rough around the 20-yard line.
These last 3 right here have come in the second half as the Trojan offense straightened things out at halftime. Let's see what they do now to respond to that field goal by Texas.
Lindale White is the deep back. Jarrett's down on this side. White has it. Horns jumped on him. About a yard, maybe. Eight minutes and 16 seconds, and the clock is ticking along.
How about young Roy Miller getting some playing time, Keith? Another freshman playing at nose tackle, number 75. What a moment for him.
Leinert gets it away. Pass is complete to the fullback Kirkman. There's a penalty flag back at the 10-yard line. Is it roughing the passer? Could very well be. Yep.
Yeah, Leinert giving it right back to Texas. Says, bring it on, boys. And add 15 to the end of that reception by David Kirkman. Huge mistake for Texas.
Looked like Killebrew was a man, wasn't it?
Well, that's who Leinert was barking at. Number 40 is Killebrew, and that is a two-step late shot.
Number 40, defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Leinert's all right. And the ball goes way up the field. My goodness, it goes all the way to the 31-yard line in Texas.
Balance. That's what that stat shows you. As SC in the second half has been unstoppable. But when you make mistakes like that, you're just aiding the enemy.
Glendale White's in there. He gets it. Up the middle he goes. Yeah, this trip. That's about the only thing that stopped him from scoring, because there was nobody in front of him. And it's Latouille again opening the door for him.
Latouille is 71 on the pull. Now that's 340 pounds right there. Key block as well by Fred Davis, who's a converted wide receiver playing tight end. There's the deuce.
Ball is at the 23. Second down and 1. Leinert going for it. Jarrett. Touchdown. Two Longhorns hurt on the play. They collided. Dwayne Jarrett, 6'5" and made out of old leather and hamstrings. Even though he's young, he takes a whack-it in every ball game he plays, but he delivers.
Talk about delivering. That's the first touchdown pass in this game. We've had 7 rushing touchdowns. Matt Leinert in the second half, 14 of 15 for 182, and that dagger there. We can only hope that Brown is okay.
Michael Griffin's the other one, then.
Yeah, they collided as Jarrett went up in the air high to pull this one in. And it was almost a helmet-to-helmet collision on two horns. So many times over his career, Leinert has thrown this ball high to either Mike Williams or Dwayne Jarrett. Both of them 6'5". You can see the collision there as Jarrett stretches out, breaks the plane, and scores for SC.
It's 37-26, waiting for the point. Well, Michael Griffin was walking around still dazed from that collision as they tried to defend against Dwayne Jarrett. And this is Terrell Brown, who is coming to the sidelines, and he's needing some help. He took the brunt. I thought the full weight of Jarrett went into Griffin, but apparently not. And here's another look at it. 27 is Griffin, and 5 right there is Terrell Brown.
Yeah, they appear to have put a splint on his right arm. Dangerous game.
Yep.
Especially when you're playing as hard as players on both sides of this field are tonight.
Yep. Mario Danello now has come onto the field, and he will try the extra point to make it a 38-26, a 12-point lead for Southern California at 6:42 to play in the ball game. That was a little high, but the kick is away, and it is good.
USC leads Texas 38-26 with 6:42 to play in the game. Guys, bad news for Texas. The defensive back was just taken to the locker room, Terrell Brown. They immediately immobilized his arm. They're not saying for sure because they want to wait for the x-rays, but guys, it does appear that his arm is broken. He was immediately taken inside, and guys, it really dejected the sideline here. The defensive players are sitting here devastated. Their heads are down. Seems like the air just went out of this sideline when that injury occurred.
Well, to be blunt about it, it did in a sense, and the Brown leaves the game with 10 tackles. So that's a lot. Now let's see what the USC defense can do with Vince Young. They've got a 12-point lead, but that is nowhere near the neighborhood of safe.
Well, he has had success bringing his team from behind. But this is USC. This is the two-time defending national champion with one of the greatest defensive coordinators / head coaches of all time, Pete Carroll.
From the 31-yard line. Quick pop to the sideline. Pass is complete. It's Lima Swede making the catch. That stops your clock. Well, they haven't stopped the clock.
Well, they should. He went out of bounds.
I thought so.
And he went out of bounds trying to go forward. A lot of trouble with the clock tonight, huh?
It's still going. 6:15. And thrown Quan Cosby. He caught it on his knees, but he was open. And Vince Young put it right on his number, 6.
Yeah, the dilemma here is, do you put pressure by adding the blitz to Vince Young and risk him breaking the pocket, making a long run, or do you sit back in zone? Right now, they're just sitting back in zone, hoping to take time off the clock.
I think they've got to go after him from somewhere between here and the goal line. He's just shopping.
Well, he's afforded the time to shop and find David Thomas one more time. Thomas getting away from Darnell Bing with a real good wheel route right there. Faked going across the field, came back and picked up another Texas first down. 9 catches tonight for David Thomas.
But just that quickly, the ball is all the way down on the Southern California 37-yard line. Here comes a blitz. But they got him moving around a little bit. The ball's thrown high. It's up for grabs. And goes down incomplete. Ryan Ting had a chance to pick it off, but couldn't come up with it. But they made him move around a little bit that time.
That ball should have been intercepted by Ryan Ting. Goes about 5'10". Went way up high in the air to try to pull it in. Decided to just knock it down instead.
2nd down and 10 from the SC 37. When he runs best, he is just this direction. And he's close to a first down. Cedric Ellis tripped him.
Such a long stride. He covers so much ground in such a hurry. He gets 8 on that one. It looked like just a stroll around the corner.
3rd and 2. Kevin Thomas checks into the secondary, the extra back. Trojans going after him. Ball is thrown at the first down. David Thomas one more time. That's 10 catches for him. Colin Ashton was there and hit him hard, but he held on.
Having a tight end that's so reliable over the middle just makes a quarterback's life that much easier. And Thomas has done that for Vince Young all year long.
Well, just under 5 minutes to play, a lot of time, and they're down on the SC 23. He's throwing again, throwing quickly, and it goes to Lima Swede.
And now it's a good read by Vince Young, because SC did bring the blitz that time. Had single coverage outside on Lima Swede. Here comes Scott Ware. He's picked up. There's the wide open receiver for about a 6-yard gain.
Kevin Thomas pinned him to help team. 2nd down and 4. He's got 6 yards on that little short pass. Young slips a little, coming back. There's daylight. Here he goes. Touchdown.
Tell you, Keith, never seen anybody like him in my life.
No, nor that.
You know, there have been great scramblers throughout the history of college football, but this guy's at the top of the list. He almost fell down on that play.
He did.
Then regains his composure, runs right, as you said, the direction he loves to run, and goes in standing up again.
Pino for the point. Kick, good. So it's now kind of cozy. Mac Brown talks about the turning around of Vince Young when he started to really move things for Texas.
We quit bothering him and we started supporting him. And after that time, boy, he is 29-2. I mean, what else can you say? And the #1 passing efficiency quarterback in the country, and just won the Davy O'Brien Award. So sometimes the less you do, the better it is.
And you know, Keith, I can't tell you how many times I've had writers and radio talk show guys ask me about his throwing motion and will he be successful at the next level. I think Mac just answered it. He leads the nation in passing efficiency. He's gained 180 yards rushing tonight, 192 yards rushing against Michigan last year, and we're not done.
We've got 4:03 to play in the game. 38-33, a 5-point lead for Southern California, and they get the ball back. Driving kick taken down at the 5-yard line by Reggie Bush, who's been quiet tonight, and just a half a step from blazing a trail to the end zone. Greg Johnson, the kicker, stopped him. Game's on the line right here as Lindale White is back into the ball game. Hard to go down, keeps on fighting with him, and looks like the mark's going to go out to about the 37. Well, that's about 3 yards. It's been a battle. Total combined yards tonight, 1,033. And that was after the defense was very prominent through an entire quarter. 2nd and 7. Little roll out from Matt. Now throws it. Coming back to the ball. They're going to give him the catch.
8th catch of the second half. Remember, we talked about how it was important for them to get their playmakers involved. Well, Dwayne Jarrett is just that. What awareness of where he is on the field, keeping his feet in bounds to haul that one in, and it picks up a huge first down. How about Leinart in the second half? That's why he won the Heisman 2 seasons ago.
1st and 10 now. The ball up on the 47-yard line. Lindale White tried and comes away with 3 on that dive. Tried to get outside, and Drew Kelson kept him from getting away, but had he been able to get to the outside, he'd have done some damage.
Now this is SC football right now, putting the ball in the hands of their big tailback, Lendale White, behind this big offensive line. Each time they snap the ball, time goes off that clock.
Texas with all 3 of their times out remaining. Trojans have 2.5 minutes to play. Trojans lead by 5. Liner drops it off, and it is incomplete. Thrown short. He was throwing to Brandon Hancock, but he had a Texas man right in his face.
Yeah, it was Drew Kelson, number 4, who came on the blitz, and that ball came up just short. More importantly, the clock stops
at 2:22. Third and 7. They run it with Lendale White. Oh, that's ball come out? No. Oh, it didn't. They marked him down at the 45.
Came up short of the first down. Now the decision for Carroll. Do I go for it on 4th? Check out the ball here as White spins. Came loose. He did fumble, and it was recovered by Steve Smith. That's the first fumble of the year for Lendale White. About heads up. Steve Smith, a wide receiver in the middle of all those bodies, finds himself with a football right in his hands.
So Texas now with 2:13 to play in the ball game and down by 5. They spend the timeout to save the time. And Pete Carroll got to make a decision right here on 4th and 2. There have been a lot of great coaches along the way at USC, including this man, Howard Jones, who won 4 national championships. John McKay won 4 national championships, and John Robinson had one in 1978. Pete Carroll, of course, looking for his 3rd tonight. All he's got to do is protect the 5-point lead for 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
But Lendale White's in there. He's the power back.
He gets it.
He didn't get it.
Oh, he gets it, meaning he got the ball.
That official right there is marking the ball, and he's marking it short of the first down. Texas football. Twice tonight, SC's gone for it on 4th and 1, and twice they've come up short. This is right down the line. Great penetration. Kelson in there, Huff in there, down below. Brian Robinson with the play. Talked about gang tackling a long time ago, Keith. Good example of it right there.
It's about 6 inches, maybe a foot.
Half the stadium's going to go crazy.
The burnt orange side did. So now Texas is going to have the football in the middle of the field, basically. And here comes their man, Vince Young, onto the field. And the Trojan defense is beleaguered at this point. The ball will be snapped at the 44 of Texas. Now what do you do, Dan? You go at him? Go for it?
You put the ball in number 10's hands and let him win the game for you, as he's done so many times.
You can't keep laying back there in the zone, can you? Here comes the blitz. Dumped off. Rucker makes the play on Romance Taylor as he accepted the short, trying to set a screen for him, but number 24, Justin Wyatt, was blitzing the quarterback.
Watch Rucker, number 90 here. 3-man rush here. As he goes to the inside, they add the 2 cornerbacks. What an effort by Rucker on the tackle.
2nd down and 12. They lost 2 yards. They got some pressure on Young. He bounces the ball. in front of the intended receiver. This time it was Brandon Ting.
Well, you asked what they would do, Keith, on defense. SC, Pete Carroll says, I'm going to go after Vince Young. I'm going to bring all different types of blitzes. The first play, both corners came. That time it was the safety, Brandon Ting, with the big pressure.
You got to get in his face. He's too good.
This is the speed that Carroll needed to put on the field. 3 down, 1 linebacker, 7 defensive backs.
Minute and 35 seconds to play. Watch coming again. They pick him up. He throws to the sidelines. The pass is completed, but it is short of the first down. That's Quan Crosby. And what do they say?
A flag comes in, Keith. I think it's going to be a late hit against SC. Texas sideline celebrating.
Wow.
Wow is right. What a huge mistake this is. They get the face mask call. And the question is it 15 or 5?
Well, if it's 5 from where they're standing, it's going to be a first down, isn't it?
During the play, incidental 5-yard face mask, the number 20 defense. The 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Yep. Watch Darnell Bing right there with the left hand. That didn't look all that incidental to me. Holy cow.
So the ball goes down to the 46-yard line, where it's a first down for Texas on the Southern California side of the field. You've got a minute and 20 seconds to play in a ball game and a 5-point USC lead. Vince Young throws on a slant, ball caught, and that's the ball comes rolling out. No call.
That official there says ball down. That's the call.
Minute now. 1 minute to play.
Bing with the hit. He strips the ball later. Too late.
Yeah.
Receiver was down. Carter was down. Clearly.
Texas has 2 times out to play with. USC 1.
But Texas and Mac Brown, they've got to get in the end zone. One missed extra point, 1 missed field goal.
Referees coming over. Guess they're reviewing it, huh?
I guess so. I'm not sure why. But this is a great benefit. Stops the clock, allows Texas to catch their breath, go over the sidelines for Vince Young so he can talk to Greg Davis in the press box. More time to think about how to move the ball down the field, get it in the end zone. Carter's down there. Now the ball comes loose. This is a waste of time with this review.
Yeah, that's he was well down. He extended body on the ground before they pulled it out.
But again, it was the blitz, wasn't it?
Yep. 57 seconds. 38-33.
After review, the play stands as ruled. It was a catch and down by contact. Second down.
Texas trailed in this ball game 38-26 with 6 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. And now they are getting close to having a big time chance to win it. Second down and 1. There's been no mistakes on the snap tonight. Working out of the spread. That means Sinline has done a good job.
They're going to put more time on the clock because of that play was originally
104. And they get 7 seconds back. Young going to run with it. Oh, he stepped right through a tackle. My gosh, he just stepped right through the hands of Colin Ashton.
Yeah, he's not picky. He's going to go after any of them. Linebackers, defensive linemen, run over defensive backs, and how about getting out of bounds after picking up the first down?
First down will put the ball, put the markers on the 30-yard line of Southern California. And 53 seconds remaining.
Saves both those last 2 timeouts.
Trojans have got to make a defensive play or they're going to lose. Thrown short underneath. There's a man just wide open, Brian Carter. And they're inside the 20 at the 14.
Well, that time Carroll decided to just come with the 3-man rush. No pressure on Young, crossing route against the zone. And again, the clock stops with the receiver going out of bounds. Boy, you've really got a lot of opportunities, a lot of options here, Keith. Remember David Thomas having a huge night. Lima Swede big on the jump ball on the outside.
They've got a first down at the 14-yard line. Incomplete. They went jump ball in the corner. Lima Swede against Kevin Thomas. Thomas is 6'1", and Swede stands in at 6'5", and he's a jumper.
Just remarkable to me to see these freshmen playing so well. That's what Kevin Thomas is. Pretty good throw, gives his receiver a chance, but Thomas beat Swede to the ball.
39 seconds. Gonna run it. Gets inside the 10 to the 9, and the clock keeps going. 30 seconds. They've called timeout.
Well, they got to get in the touchdown because of a couple of missed kicks by David Pino. He missed a PAT after the touchdown in the first half. Then in the fourth quarter, the start of the fourth quarter, the first play misses wide right. That was when SC had a 24-23 lead. Remember, Dusty Magnum last year won this game against Michigan 38-37 when he hit a field goal with time running out.
The timeout belonged to Texas. Each team now with 1 remaining. All-time win streaks, of course. Oklahoma 47, Washington at 39, Yale twice 37, Toledo 35, and Southern California 34 with Miami and Penn State. Oh, that's 10, I guess. Way back when. But
nobody wanted to play Yale back then.
no, Pudge have a finger in that punch. They beat you up. Ball is on the 9, where it is 3rd down and 5. They can get a first down if they can get to the 4. But they've only got 30 seconds left. It's up to the Trojan defense now to preserve the streak. Incomplete. That was a good defensive play on Lima Swede.
Again, it was a true freshman, Kevin Thomas, who flashed in front of Swede. May have knocked that ball away, but he certainly distracted him enough that he couldn't haul it in.
4th and 5. I kind of feel like Joe. I'm too old for this. 4th and 5, the national championship on the line right here. He's going for the corner. He's got it. Vince Young scores.
As we said, Keith, you can have the perfect defense called. You can force him out of the pocket, but you're not going to beat him. Invincible.
Well, like Yogi said, it ain't over till it's over, but it certainly looks like the Texas Longhorns are going to walk out of here, and they're walking out on the words of Vince Young, who said they were going to prove they were the best team in the country in this game. right now they're standing on it.
And this is a huge 2-point conversion to push the lead to 3.
And they'll spin the last timeout. That's it.
That's the Trojans calling timeout.
So it's the Trojans calling it. All right.
And that is their last timeout. My goodness. How about this play? Trying to get a receiver open in the end zone. Gets pressure, feels it, sees the corner of the end zone. And how about another walk-in touchdown for Vince Young?
Nobody around him when he went in. So USC up against, they're down by a point. You've got 19 seconds to play. They have no times out remaining. If they convert the 2 points, then it means a 3-point lead.
And Mack is going to tie Vince Young to the goalpost in Austin, so he can't leave this team next year and go on to that other league. How about 7 touchdowns rushing for Vince Young in 2 games here in Pasadena? He might want to look for some real estate around here. He owns this field.
Well, he'll probably have enough to buy it.
At some point he will in his future. My goodness.
Runs it and made it. So it's been the Vince Young show when it came to crunch time as Texas goes to a 41-38 lead with only 19 seconds to play. Clock didn't move on that play.
That extra point is probably not going to. Thank goodness for SC. Matt's daddy in the crowd, knowing it's a tall order. But give the Texas offensive line some credit too. Vince Young's thrown 40 passes tonight, 0 sacks. He's rushed for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. What else can you say?
Congratulations. That'll do.
Odds-on favorite to win the MVP of this game for the 2nd time. 2 years in a row, Vince Young putting on an unbelievable show.
These 2 teams coached by 2 men who have brought a whole new perspective and methodology to the business of coaching, I think. Now Reggie Bush will drop back, and let's see if they'll kick to it. I don't believe I would.
No, I'd put it on the ground.
Put it on the ground.
Make it difficult to pick up.
Pitch it down there in the open space. They've got it.
Got a lateral back to Rich.
No chance. 16 seconds. Clock stops when you move the chain in the college game.
Yeah, but you're going to see the mother of all prevent defenses right here. They'll rush 4 guys, and then the other 7 will be spread out deep.
Here we go. They're coming hard. Leinert shoves it ahead to Bush. Got a block. Goes down and out of bounds, stopping the clock at 8 seconds to play in a ball game.
What that did is that gives Leinert a lot of opportunities here. The problem for SC, Mario Danello does not have a real big leg, but Troy Van Blarcom does. He made a 43-yarder earlier in the game, did Danello, and he's getting loose on the sidelines right now.
The ball is resting at the Texas 43. They have no timeouts to work with. 8 seconds is not very much. Leinert runs away from the pressure. Now he's got to throw it and throws it high, and out of bounds, and the game is over. Texas has defeated Southern California 41-38 to win the national championship of college football. This is win number 800 for the University of Texas Longhorns.
And a classic. Lived up to all the hype, all the build-up. Incredible effort by all these young men.
Well, Vince Young, Dan, stepped beyond the pale. He's out there somewhere by himself.
I tell you, Keith, nobody has ever had a game like that. And all his teammates had faith in him, knew he could do it. This is Vince Young's team.
Well, he danced all night long when he was on the sidelines. He was patting people on the back, jumping up and down, whistling, singing songs, keeping everybody up, and then went out when he had to and did it.
It's like talking the talk. You got to walk the walk. Well, he ran it all the way in, didn't he?
Sure did. Now, here's John Saunders.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, on behalf of City and ABC Sports, congratulations to the national champion Texas Longhorns. Here's a Tournament of Roses President Libby Wright to present the trophy.
For winning the 2006 National Championship Game.
And now here's Mike Snyder, president of ADT, to present the ADT National Championship Trophy.
Coach, congratulations. On behalf of ADT Security Services worldwide, our 8 million customers, our 40,000 employees, our family of authorized dealers, our parent company Tyco International and the American Football Coaches Association, it's the ADT National Championship Trophy.
A teenager. Talk about what this means to the great state of Texas.
Well, with saying I think you can tell they're all here, John. But first, let us thank from all the Texas fans, our staff, and our football program. Let's congratulate a great SC football team for 34 straight and 2 national championships. Secondly, John, what it means to, we want to thank the Rose Bowl, what it means to us. It's been a long time. There's a lot of passion, a lot of pride. I'm proud of these kids. I'm proud of our coaches, high school football in the state of Texas, but we love our fans and they love it.
You having any fun?
I'm getting ready to.
We now want to hand out the most valuable player award trophies. We're going to start with the offensive player of the game. Is there any question that it is Vincent Young? Yeah, that's yours. Now, Vince, I know we talked when you were in New York, and I know you were very disappointed not to walk off with the Heisman Trophy Award. I think you like that piece of crystal a little better, don't you?
Oh, it's so beautiful. Hey, don't y'all think that's beautiful right there? That crystal's so beautiful. And it's coming home to Texas. It's coming home all the way to Austin, Texas, baby.
Are you going to be back to try and make it 2 in a row?
Got to work hard and get better, and we'll be back. Wherever we got to go, we'll be back, baby.
All right, Vince, congratulations. And now the defensive player of the game in a very offensive-minded game, but Mike Huff, who came up with huge tackle after huge tackle and game-saving plays. Your defense was what was talked about before the game, that USC had not seen a defense like yours, and I think you guys proved it tonight.
We knew USC was a great team. They had a great offense. I mean, they played hard. They showed us things that we hadn't done before, but in the end, we prevailed.
Mike, congratulations.
Thank you.
And congratulations again to the Texas Longhorns. Right now, let's go back up to Keith Jackson.
Thank you, John. There's the agony of defeat, and there's the joy of victory. And I bleed back. I think she's ready to begin.
I think we all deserve to have a good time tonight. You're going to see how great Vince Young is. He plays the way he feels, and his team follows him. But he performs and he comes through in the clutch. You'll never see a more clutch performance than what he gave us tonight.
I don't remember one, and we've seen some great ones. We've seen some of the greatest players in the history of the game. We've seen people take a team on their back and win, but I've never seen quite what we watched tonight before.
It's just pure fun, too. That's what I like, is that he has fun doing it. His teammates rally around him. His coach lets him be himself, and Texas are national title holders.